It's me, Bussy, and welcome back to Hat or Rat. And today we'll be reviewing the premiere of RuPaul's Drag Race UK Series 2. Our queens across the pond were busy little bees this week. They showcased not only their entrance look, but two looks on the main stage. One representing a gay icon in celebration of the 50th anniversary of the UK Gay Liberation Front, and a look in homage to their hometown. We'll be breaking all of those looks down today, but before we get started, I want to remind you to click like if you enjoy fish and chips, and to press subscribe if you want to say hello to the governor. And now a quick message from today's video sponsor, Surfshark, an award-winning VPN. That's virtual private network, by the way, that can protect your internet identity online from scary internet peepers, block ads and trackers, and my personal favorite use, to unlock country-locked content on Netflix. US Netflix, for example, doesn't have access to RuPaul's Drag Race, but with Surfshark, I can change my location virtually to London, UK, and get access to Drag Race in an instant. Hello, RuPaul. You can also use Surfshark to unblock country-locked YouTube videos, get better prices on airline tickets, and mask your internet traffic from your ISP. Surfshark works on all of your devices with unlimited device login. Click the link in my description to get 83% off and 3 extra months of Surfshark for free. There's also no risk in just trying it out because Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you need a VPN or you're just looking for a better one, then click the link in my description and use code BUSSY to get 83% off and 3 extra months of Surfshark for free. Sounds like a hot deal to me. Thanks so much to Surfshark for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get started. Up first and walking first into the runway is Lawrence Chaney. It's giving me very like Versace kind of print, but done in the Lawrence Chaney way with that purple and gold in there, mixed with Alexander McQueen styling Lady Gaga in that all gold look for Bad Romance. The only thing I'm not filing wig over heels for are like those gloves. They look a little bulky, I think, compared to the tightness and structure of the rest of the outfit. That said, I was still very impressed by this. She says she's the Susan Boyle of drag, and you know what? She dreamed the dream, and I dreamed of Lawrence, and this look is hot. As for her gay icon look, she chose Diana Rigg, who I had to look up. She apparently was an actress in a show called The Avengers, which has nothing to do with our modern superhero movie or Robert Downey Jr., which may be a little upsetting for some of you, but, you know, not everything is about America. Wow, this look that she recreated, she has done so well. I love that the coat reveals to that sleeveless moment. Those hip cutouts are such a sexy little moment. It's stunning, jaw-dropping. The way it's shaped, the structure, again, throughout her looks is so marvelous to see. I didn't know Diana, but I'm glad I do now. She may have even rigged the runway. This look is hot. And finally, for her Queen of the Hometown runway, she really took all of the girls to church. She's giving us a stained glass recreation. It's so gorgeous. It's like nude latex with some black shapes recreating like the seams of the window panes. I think my favorite detail of the dress is the bottom part where the hem breaks into the red ruffly skirt. Like those very sharp points going up and down into those very smooth curves. The whole thing is just perfect. Lawrence really did leave her stain on the runway today. This look is hot. Next up, eat your heart out. It's Cherry Valentine. Cherry's entrance look is giving me kind of like Morticia meets Matador. A twist I never expected, but I'm pleasantly surprised with. On the black catsuit portion of this outfit, she has these red gashes that are just oozing rhinestones, jewelry, and even roses. I mean, the details, people. This is why Cherry is going to go far in this competition. She thinks about everything. When I was watching in my notes, I just wrote, show-stopping. She stole my heart. This look is hot. On the main stage, her gay icon look was Freddie Mercury. I'm loving how dragged up the hair is. I think hair is so important in a recreation, and of course the mustache helps as well. And then the vacuum, I was a little confused, but I think it maybe is a reference to Another One Bites the Dust. Like she's literally vacuuming up the dust. Like how original. Girl, she's making us think. And as for this look, well, that's a wrap. City. This look is hot. For her Queen of Darlington look, she recreated the, I guess what is famous there, clock tower. I'm loving the Victorian steampunk vibes of the entire thing. The fact that her hair literally looks like soot. One of my favorite details on this is that when she turns around, she actually has what looks like the steel grate of like a train or like a coal engine thing going on there. Like, I don't think people were expecting Cherry to be so much of a spooky queen, but I think she really is turning out to be. This look is undead, but I'm living for it. It's hot. Hair grow long like Chia. Money go long like Nia. My twin's big like Tia. It's Disney's long-lost superstar, Tia Kofi. Her look, however, didn't leave me thirsty. In fact, I think her hair was left a bit thirsty. It looks really, really frizzy. It's giving me very like Fran Drescher up top and then like confusing nightclub boots at the bottom. The two pieces of her outfit do not match at all. As it is, I was just confused. I think she really cheated herself out of a hot on this one. It's a rot. As for her gay icon look, she cracked the code. It's drag queen Alan Turing. It's a beautiful suit and it's got this rainbow binary code. She says spells out love. Like the details are all there. It's really fun and again, conceptual, which is great for the RuPaul's Drag Race runway. But like, would I look at this and know that she was trying to do some sort of Alan Turing fantasy? Probably not. Push and pull of it all, regardless of the missing features. I think this look is As for her hometown look, she says she chose Nottingham because that's where she discovered herself. This look is cute. It's almost a little bit too costumey for me. It's Robin Hood, but drag queen. The problem, I think, is that we saw another Robin Hood look on this runway, and this one doesn't really stack up to that one in its own individual sense. Like, I was just kind of like, is it my favorite of this runway? No, it's really not, but it's also not bad. I'm gonna leave this one at a warming up. Next up, Rebecca and Sophie's Slag Wars Lost Superstar, Bimini Bon Boulash. Wow, this is pink Barbie stripper from hell. And then on the side hip pieces, she has vegan and bitch rhinestoned on there. And you know, I guess it's true what they say about vegans and New Yorkers. You can always hear them coming. Like, I really love all the pieces individually, but as a full look, it's just not coming out as fully baked to me. But her vision for this look, for me, I think did actually bail it out from being a rot, and I'm gonna leave it at a warming up. As for her gay icon look, she reminds us of the dream of the 90s as well and alive in London. She's doing somebody named Princess Julia, who I had never heard of. She apparently is a DJ of the club scene and I guess known as the first lady of London's fashion scene. I really, really love this. It's so unique. I think the tartan, the chains, the fit of everything, all combined with the insanity of it all. I think she's one of the only queens that could have really pulled something like this off. She really has the body and a really unique model-esque face for this. DJ, play it back and let that record scratch. This look is hot. As for her queen of the hometown look, she went for a soccer player. I saw what she was going for. I wanted to believe in it. I really wanted to like this look because I thought it was unique, fresh, and fun. But I think the final detail, right? Like, she wrote down a great idea and then she just didn't know how to put it into real life. Bimini's body is banging, but you know Rue ain't into that meat that she's slanging. The judges pulled the red card on this one, and I did too. It's a rot. Next up, it was all yellow. I wonder if Jenny's a fan of Coldplay. Her entrance look, I love it. I actually really like this, and I was surprised. The first promo look, wasn't a big fan of, as you know. The Christmas promo look, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm warming up. Okay, I can get into this, you know, this very unique flavor of drag. And now the entrance, and I'm like, okay, cool. You know, this has a great silhouette, the big shoulders, the little coattails coming off the back. It very much is her own unique style, but done very well. Today the Lemon is certainly looking ripe. Oh, and as for her gay icon look, well, Ginny chose to recreate Kate Bush's Wuthering Heights look from that music video. I mean, again, as far as recreation, yeah, it's recreating an iconic look very well. When you zoom in and look at the details, like, you know, does some of the stuff that Ginny's doing stand up to the other queens in the competition? I'm not so sure. For example, the makeup skills I think are not on par with some of the other queens, and then also the wig styling skills. There are some moments of pleasure, I think, in this look, but it's just not totally across the finish line for me. I want to see a little bit more finesse and polish on a look like this, especially an homage to somebody so iconic. Just how I feel personally. You may feel differently. That's totally okay. So I'm gonna leave this one at a warming up. As for Ginny's Queen of Worcestershire look, well, I love it. Ginny is doing this famous male impersonator from 1890s into the 1900s named Vestatilli. The suit fits well. I love Ginny's interpretation of making everything orange, which is very on brand for her in the sense that it's a single color palette look. The cummerbund, the ruffled top, very of the era, the top hat with the feather. I mean, all the details are there. I think this look definitely stands up to Vestatilli's legacy. I'm fancying a sauce, and this look is hot. Aren't you glad I didn't say rat? Next up, she's just a baby. It's Ellie Diamond. This look is iconic, beautiful, perfect. The details, the rhinestones on every inch of every piece of fabric. Very, very sexy, but also cute. I love that Ellie makes all of her drag. It's so, I think, unique to find somebody that actually does that. I think it's showing very early that she came to win, okay? She said, I'm gonna create my experience on Drag Race. I'm gonna tell my own story, and I'm gonna make them eat it. I'm not saving room for dessert after this, because this look is hot. As for her gay icon look, like the dragception began. She's doing Lily Savage, who is a drag character from British comedy TV, an actor by the name of Paul O'Grady. Look at me learning. Look at me learning British culture today. And probably you too, girl. My Google search tells me that the recreation is done very well. Lily Savage is apparently this classically campy, you know, very expected on the nose type of humor drag queen. Watching back some of the clips of Lily Savage made me think of like Lady Bunny. I guess she is sort of the UK's Lady Bunny. This is a Lily I'd pick, and I think she looks hot. As for Ellie's hometown of Dundee look, I thought I was having a bit of a Mandela effect moment because Dennis the Menace, as an American, I know him as like a blonde little boy in overalls, and Ellie came out in this huge black wig with this like black and red striped, insane like trumpet dress made out of latex, and I was like, whoa, what the hell's going on here? But then I did some Googling, found out apparently Dennis the Menace has black hair in the UK. Something about him coming to America and bleaching his hair in a gay crisis? I don't know, that article was a little weird. Anyways, she looks sexy as hell. I'm loving Ellie's very costume conceptual drag, I think is how this is going to shake out. Anyways, what's red, black, stealing your husband, and hot all over? Ellie Diamond. Next up, sister, sister, and sister. Sister? The makeup. Why? Why did we make that choice? What is up with that? What is that? The blue glitter all around the bottom half of the face? I don't know. It's not like pretty or glamorous. Like I'm not entranced by it. All the pieces look good separately. Like I love the clown gown with the rhinestones and that kind of boxy fit. It's campy, it's fun, it's unique. Why are we wearing the zebra tights? And why are the heels pink? This first impression didn't leave me impressed. It's a As for her gay icon, she chose Dusty Springfield. The judges did not like her Dusty. I looked up this person, Dusty Springfield, kind of saw what she was going for, but also like not really. I think this hair didn't really quite match what the Google image search was telling me it should have looked like. Like even this person, Dusty, had bigger hair than Sister Sister has on as a drag queen. And girl, if your hair is not as big as a drag queen as the person that you are trying to look like, well, girl, it's a rot. Her final look, however, I think was a great reprise for Miss Sister Sister. She comes out, I guess, in this sort of what Americans might call LA housewife kind of look, but it's like, I guess, lazy Liverpool housewife drag. She has her hair, these giant rollers. She has on this like pink, silky, nighty outfit. Like I understood immediately who the character choice was and what she was representing, even if it wasn't necessarily American. It was a good interpretation of what she was doing. I really, really liked this look. Sister Sister showed up in this look ready for night night. Thankfully, that fabric is hot. Next up, RuPaul's drag Tayce. This entrance look? Thank you, Tayce. It's giving me like pop art, 80s fashion show runway meets some like 90s Naomi Campbell vibes with that really long hair, and then also a little bit of Y2K with those hair accessories. Queen of self-branding, we've seen her put Tayce on a couple of her outfits now that we've seen from the promos. The only thing I was thinking seeing this was like, oh girl, we're gonna need to see probably a different hairstyle for RuPaul's Drag Race. As for my final judgment on this look, well, I think it's hot. As for her gay icon look, she does Naomi Campbell, as does Asttina Mandella, which we will see later. Tayce's look is a little more 90s. I think maybe a little more fresher version of Naomi. Naomi nonetheless, but the look is great. If we're gonna split hairs on Asttina versus Tayce's Naomi Campbell here, Tayce has really great charisma and nerve as well. But I think the runway walk was a little more Tayce than it was Naomi Campbell, and Asttina had a better recreation. Anyways, if you have a problem with Tayce, well, you got a problem with me. This look is hot. As for her Queen of Newport look, hide your villagers, hide your gold, and hide your heroes. The Welsh dragon is coming. What a way to switch it up, making her hair look like dragon horns? Girl, there's something about Tayce. And of all the looks that we're seeing tonight, recreating looks in homage to their hometown, this is one of the best. She literally is the Welsh flag. It's so great. The big dragon print on the front of the dress and all those ostrich feathers representing the colors on the flag. Iconic. So iconic. Girl, this dragon is breathing some hot fire. Next up, Joe Black. I wonder if Joe likes his Joe Black. His entrance look? Amazing. Very fortune teller of the 20s meets that kind of cabaret style, totally black sequined with that head wrap and the feather. gorge, totally gorgeous. I really love everything about Joe Black. The vibe, the of the era fashion that they give. Everything is really just so perfectly crafted, and the character is really, really well developed, and I think that's due to Joe's many years in the industry. Anyways, yes, I do think this look is hot. As for Joe's gay icon look, well, he chose to do a David Bowie look. I really wanted to like this. I really did. It reminded me a lot of Sharon Needles' like tartan tuxedo dress that she wore. I think it was like to a reunion or something. I think there was something missing in terms of how it was fitting. Like, I think it sort of lost shape in the middle. If the white part of the shirt in the tux part of the dress had come down a little bit further to give more of a V illusion, I think this look could have been a perfect home run hot. I think also it was maybe a bit too bold of a choice to make your hair totally sequined as well, and then overall choose a hair that really didn't evoke Bowie. It was just kind of that 20s finger wave thing, but orange and with orange rhinestones. I think Joe just kind of like fell in the trap of overthinking and trying a little bit too hard. And you know what they say, ashes to ashes and rots to rots. And Joe's final look, the Queen of Brighton recreation. Again, missed the mark somehow. The look by itself here though, I think one of the best looks on the runway. And while this look doesn't necessarily evoke the architecture of the Brighton Royal Pavilion, I think it really very much does evoke the royalness that is associated with it of that like 18th century era. So similar to the David Bowie situation in the sense that the look wasn't necessarily the best recreation, but this look was actually done super well. This one is 24 karat gold, mama. It's hot. Finally, moving into Veronica Green. Well, there's so many looks in this episode, I'm gonna scream. Miss Veronica is giving us kind of like a Adore Delano's dress from that RuPaul runway in season 6 meets Courtney Act meets 80s prom. It's interesting, it's pretty, but I just feel like I've seen it before, like a million times. I'm also loving that he said he goes from Gollum to gorgeous in drag. Iconic. This look isn't my precious, but I still think that it is hot. Veronica's gay icon look, oh boy, it's George. This look on the runway, I don't think the most carefully crafted, not the most well put together, but very much says Boy George. Like, I looked at this before the thing even came up and I was like, oh, that's Boy George. And I think that is really what put her above a lot of the other girls in this competition. It is a little arts and crafty, but you know, by some miracle, I think she pulled off an excellent recreation. The look on its own, kind of a rot, but for this specific runway, I'm gonna give it a hot. Her final runway for Lancashire. Lancashire. Okay, whatever. She says it's representing her journey, something about going from north to south and a rose being upside down. The Rose of Lancashire. You know, I think it's kind of a shame that she had such a misunderstandable concept. Regardless of this concept being a little thorny, I think she looks absolutely gorgeous. And I love the detail of the roses in the hair as well, just to remind you, hey, yep, I am a rose. Got the rose in my hair too. Here it is. And a rose by any other name would be as red. This look is hot. Next up, winner, chicken dinner. It's Asttina Mandella. The entrance look that she brought to us, it's nice, it's pretty, but it's kind of boring. It kind of reminds me of her promo where it was like cool, but then like, where's the wow factor? Where's the piece of this that you really put your stamp on? That said, confidence is key, and girl, it do take nerve. Miss Asttina in those confessionals, rude, rowdy, and disrespectful is how she describes herself. Anyways, back to the look. It's simple, fashionable, in a sense. It's kind of like a dancer on her off day. She had to go to the office and like check some emails and make some copies, but overall, kind of forgettable. I'm gonna leave this one at a warming up. As for her gay icon look, no, you're not seeing double. She also did Naomi Campbell. They have a little moment where they recognize that there just weren't that many black gay icons that these queens had to look up to over in the UK. And I think it was really great that they both got to do the exact same person and not be penalized for it, because they also did the looks in their very own unique ways. Her Naomi Campbell on that runway is Naomi Campbell on the runway. Wow. The confidence. The way Asttina walks the runway, no other queen walks like her. The way she holds her head, her face, every single moment, perfectly poised, calculated, exceptional. Truly, this look was absolutely serving it. The house down boots. It was hot. As for her Queen of East London look, Fancy and Nando's as a look. This is great. I love this. Something about the vibe, the attitude of it all, everything is very much reminding me of Lady LaSure, a UK rapper that I know of. She says she's giving you that loud girl in the back of the bus. I was like, oh my God, the realness that she's serving. I'm living for it. I'm really buying the fantasy. She looks great as well. Like, she didn't just take a simple look and, you know, bring it to the runway, but she took a whole entire vibe and attitude and even brought some of that that fast food in her hand onto the main stage and absolutely killed it. She was a snack and a half. This look is hot. Next up, there's no place like the whorehouse. There's no place like the whorehouse. Whorehouse or home? It's a hora. This was great. I love that she took a classic gay icon that RuPaul loves, nonetheless, and she did it in her own way. It's so very much as her. She put her stamp on it. All the iconic pieces are there. The basket to carry Toto in, the red hoary boots, the ruffled crop top, and of course the extremely short little panty skirt with the peplum on the sides, exactly how Dorothy wore it in The Wizard of Oz. Ahura did an entrance look very, very, very good. This look is hot. As for her gay icon look, she chose to do Vivienne Westwood, who famous fashion designer in the UK, known for bringing like punk to the mainstream. She very much brought punk to this runway, but it was almost a little bit too much for me. There was a lot of fabric going on, and then the makeup I think was a little bit distracting, but that's a small complaint. I love that she chose to do a fashion designer as a gay icon because she herself is a fashion designer. Girl, the self-reference, we love to see it. And overall, yeah, I think I do like this. I think I'm gonna give this one a hot. As for her Queen of Nottinghamshire look, well, it's not another Robin look. Well, I wonder if she stole it. This, I think, was a Robin done better than Tia Kofi's Robin because it's more unique, it's more self-stamped. You know, it has that Ahura flavor in it. It's sparkly, it's green, it's almost like Robin Hood meets Peter Pan. Like, I think if Batman were gonna choose a Robin to be his partner, he would choose this one. Because not only does her outfit look great, but, you know, she's a bit of Ahura. This look is hot. And girl, woo, never thought we'd see the end of these looks, but we finally made it. The bottom two of this week are Bimini and Joe Black. They end up lip syncing, and I did do an exclusive lip sync reaction over on my Patreon at patreon.com/Bussy Queen, so you can go over there if you want to watch that. That's my members only website, where in exchange for just a couple dollars a month, my patrons get exclusive member benefits like their name and credits, personal shout outs, exclusive videos like this one, access to the Bussy Queen Discord where you can chat with me and other patrons, and more. So, what are you waiting for? Go join my Patreon, watch that video. Thanks. Bimini proves she is the bindiest bitch. She really is. She does handstands, splits, girl, she does it all. It was kind of weird because I thought Joe kind of like gave up a little bit halfway through the lip sync, or maybe the editing was weird. I'm not really sure what happened there, but it did break my heart. Mostly because I didn't want to see either of these queens go this episode. They were both actually two of my like top 5 picks. Unfortunately, the judges didn't really like Joe Black's runway looks. I thought they were pretty good on their own. Again, yeah, they didn't really, I think, hit the references as hard as they needed to, but the other person in the bottom, Sister, I think, for me personally, had slightly worse runways and an overall worse showing in the competition. I probably would have done a Joe versus Bimini lip sync had I been on the judging panel, but it is RuPaul's Drag Race and not Bussy's imaginary fantasy. Anyways, we say goodbye to Joe and he disappears into a cloud of smoke back into the 1920s, from the era of which he came. As for my hottest hot this week, well, today we have 2. My hottest hot of the gay icon runway goes to Lawrence Chaney, and my hottest hot of the Queens of the Homeland runway goes to Ellie Diamond. I also ask my patrons every single week to vote for their hottest hot, and this week, for the gay icon runway, they chose Cherry Valentine. And as for the Queens of the Homeland runway, they chose Lawrence Chaney. My patrons truly do make Bussy Queen possible, and I want to give a special shout out to Colin, Herman, and Jordan, who've just joined my Patreon at the hot tier, and Uniki, who just joined at the hottest hot tier. I also want to give a special shout out to Anthony, Bradley, Cameron, Caroline, Christopher, Craig, Evan, Freddie, GJ Bearclaw, Glenn, Got the Morbs, JB, Jenny, Gen X, Jonah, Johnny, Kazuko, Kevin, Kiki and John, Olympus Mons, Venus, Sailor, Shannon, Sky, Sunshine, Tina, Timotheus, and Uniki, who are all supporting me at my hottest hot tiers, and Anja, Marty, Matthew, Mike, Nurse Luca, and Tom, who are all supporting me at my Bussy Queen Collector tier. I'll see you guys next time. Love ya. Bye.